time. Who likes snakes here? Okay. Good. Now, 3 days before Bob's birthday, he was very excited. He heard his parents saying that they were getting him a new snake because he was a good boy who did all his work, all his chores, and never lied. The next day, Bob was excited. He spent all his savings buying snake cage and snake food. He started reading books about snakes, learning how to train them, and also started imagining many things about them. Bob told all his friends that he was getting a snake. Some of his friends were happy, and some were worried that he might get injured by the snake. Who here loves reading? Okay. Just another fact about myself, I started reading at age 5 because in my grade, I am 1 year younger than everyone else in my grade, so I'll be 11 now, and everyone in my grade will be turning 12. Bob's friends asked him, "How big will your snake be, Bob?" He said that he did not know. All these worries did not matter to Bob. He started thinking about what to name his snake. He wanted to call him Sam, but then decided that was not right. It was finally Bob's birthday. He woke up at midnight because he was so excited. Who's been this excited before? Okay. Nice to see you. When Bob woke up, he decided to prepare for his birthday party, but he did not know that he was having it at Snake Cave. So he set up everything, snake-like decorations, in his room and playroom. When Bob's parents woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, they were a bit scared of the snake decorations on the walls. They ran around the house looking for Bob, and when they found him, they told him that he will be going to Snake Cave for his birthday party. When Bob heard this, he was so excited and super happy that he made his parents breakfast, and by 4 o'clock in the morning, they were ready to leave. Chapter 2, The Party. They went to pick up Bob's friends, and from their houses, it took them a whole hour just to get to Snake Cave. As Bob's dad was driving, Bob's mom was thinking of having an after party, since Bob had already set up everything at home. When they got there, there were snakes, statues, snake paintings, and snake balloons everywhere. Bob was surprised and very happy, but his mom and dad were scared of the snakes, especially when they told them that they were real snakes crawling around in Snake Cave. The snakes were big, small, fat, thin, long, and short. They were babies, mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers. Don't forget, uncles, aunties, grannies, and grandpas. These snakes were friends and cousins. Some snakes were too lazy. Bob and his friends thought they were grandparents or great-great-great-grandparents. Some were really colorful with nice patterns. The snakes were happy and were making moves as if they knew it was Bob's birthday. But all that did not matter to Bob's parents. They kept on telling themselves, snakes are snakes. Bob's parents thought that the boys should have the party at home instead. But Bob was not keen and followed the snake man into the cave. His parents did not want to go, but because they had to look after Bob's friends, they had to hurry up and go to the children. Once inside the cave, they switched on the torch because it was very dark. They were walking with the children along the cave until they got to the jungle. In Bob's town, people say that real snakes live in trees, but today they saw many snakes crawling around. Holding each other's hand tight, Bob's mom and dad agreed that if Bob and his friends were not scared of snakes, why should we be scared? So they were not frightened anymore. They tried to ignore the snakes and walked after the man who was leading them. Luckily, they soon passed all the snakes. When they reached the swimming pool area, the boys went in to change for a swim. While they were changing, Bob's parents called the moms and dads to join the after party at Bob's home, which was a surprise for the boys. Unfortunately, the boys only swam for 20 minutes because they remembered that there was going to be an exciting snake show. After time had passed so quickly after the snake show, they had to sing happy birthday to Bob and cut the cake. Once the snake was cut, the party at Snake Cave was over and the group left for their car. When they arrived home, the boys started partying while Bob's parents took the parents into Bob's room. Then the other moms and dads started arriving. They sat down and talked and talked and talked and talked. There were some snacks and drinks for them, so everyone was happy. Right, that was the first 2 chapters of my second book, Bob and the Snake. So before we play the memory game, I would like to ask anyone if they have any questions. Yes?
Why would they snakes randomly crawling around?
Well, in this book, during Bob's birthday party, they went to this place called Snake Cave, which was like a snake exhibit where snakes would be crawling around, snakes would be in trees, and yes, there are lots of pictures. I'm so sorry. Okay, when I read the other 2 chapters, I will show you the pictures. There are lots of pictures, beautifully illustrated. Any other questions? Yes.
Thanks, Stacey. I wanted to ask you, do you feel it's easier to write for children because you're a child and you kind of can identify what they were interested in?
Yes, it's way easier to write for children. Any other questions?
We seem to have a lot of fear with snakes. What can we do, especially with the kids, to try and actually, make it known that there might not be venomous snakes everywhere, but just to be acclimatized to snakes?
So I think what you can do is get them to interact with maybe reptiles and take them to various parks where they can interact with snakes, non-venomous snakes, like put snakes around their necks. And also they must learn more about snakes to see that not all snakes are bad for you, and some snakes could be really good.
Stacey, it's so lovely to be listening to you. It's such a privilege. I just want to ask you, where do you get your inspiration?
Well, my first inspiration to write my first book, Smelly Cats, was when my mother did her master's thesis, and I saw the thesis as just a big book my mother wrote without telling me. So I said to myself, if my mother can write a book without telling us, I will write a book without telling her and my father. So that's what really got me into writing my first book. But then, as I launched my first book, I noticed that many children my age cannot read and write. And also, I just found a new passion for reading and writing. Okay, yes?
Stacey, I thought when the gentleman asked the question about snakes, you were going to say the first thing is people should start by buying your book. So mine is a comment to introduce their children to snakes. They must buy Bob and the Snake, because a snake is a domestic snake, and the snake actually captured a neighborhood thief, right? Something like that. The snake became a neighborhood hero, something like that. So start by buying that book. By the way, I'm Stacey's mom.
Now, we're going to play a little memory game for the children. So I'm going to ask you a question about the chapters I just read, and you get to answer them, okay? So my first question, everybody listen. My first question will be, where did Bob have his birthday party? Yes.
Woo!
Good. Great. Okay. How many minutes did the boys swim for? 20! Good listeners, we have good listeners here.
Guys, clap for the listeners.
Yeah, clap. Were Bob's parents afraid or not afraid? Yes.
Afraid.
Yes. So, what time did Bob wake up in the morning?
I know.
Choose, yes.
10 o'clock.
Yes. I love it when people listen to me. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is hard now. You guys are so smart. I want to give you a hard one. Okay. Name one of the items Bob had that was snake-like.
I know.
Yes. Good, good. Another one? Yes. We've already answered this one. Nope. That was a place. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. And last one? Yes. Yes. Okay. Are there any questions before I move on to?
Snake pajamas.
Yes.
Woo!
Are there any questions for me before I read again? And the picture there's no
Do one.
Yes. No, unfortunately not. But you can find if you want to read it. Okay, now I'm going to read chapter 5, which is Bob Gets a Real Snake. When the last person left the party and the party was over, it was time to open the gifts. While Bob's dad was fetching the gifts that they had bought for him, Bob opened his friend's gift. It did not take long before he was finished, and it was time to open his parents' gifts. As soon as Bob lifted the blanket from the cage his dad bought, he saw the snake. "Thank you, thank you, thank you!" he screamed at his parents, and he jumped up with joy. He hugged them so tightly. Thereafter, Bob went up to his parents and gave them the biggest kisses ever, and he started playing with his snake straight away. Remember, he had learned a lot about snakes, so he knew how to play with the snake, how to keep a snake, and how to feed a snake, and how to care for it. Bob took his pet snake and to continue playing in his bedroom. Now that the snake was there, Bob was confused. He did not know what to name his snake. He tried and tried many names, but they were just not perfect for his snake. He wanted a name that rhymed with his name. Every afternoon after school, Bob and Lob, which was his new snake's name, Bob completely forgot about watching television, and his parents were happy about that. One night, a thief broke into Bob's house. The thief did not know that there was a real-life snake in that house. The thief was